I believe now you have an idea about what is data collection, what are the factors that you have to consider, you have to concern when you're going to collect relevant, most important data. That relevant data frequently collected by using check sheets. It is a structured form that enable you to collect and organize data systematically because each check sheet is used for collecting and recording data for unique to a specific process, unique to the specific process. It can be constructed in whatever shape. There is no specific unique shape for that. Whatever the shape, you can develop it for the any shape, any size, and format are appropriate for the data collection task. It should be appropriate for the data collection task. What you have to do, what type of data you have to collect, the data collection check sheet should be appropriate for that to a purpose. You have already learned different type of check sheet that we can use to collect data. Challenging task is to recognize which type of one is most appropriate for your job, because you are the person who have to draw, you have the person you have to construct, you are the person who have to develop check sheet for the data collection. Then you should have idea what is the data, when, where, how I am going to collect those. Based on that, you have to develop that. You as a member of the team, you have to organize, you have to get other support to develop the check sheet to collect most appropriate, most relevant data. Now our target is to recognize how to develop it. You aware there is no standardized format for the check sheet. Each check sheet is a form tailored to collect information needed to improve specific process. It is specially designed for that specific task. That well-developed, well-organized check sheet is a launch pad for any effective analysis in which data become meaningful information. The time you are going to prepare, this should be in your mind. The main guidelines that we have to follow at the time we are going to make, when we are going to develop, we are going to construct appropriate, more suitable check sheet. Is we have to get involved the process workers in developing check sheet for their process. Sometimes you are outside. If you are going to develop a check sheet, it is not appropriate for that process. It is highly advised to join with the process workers to develop the check sheet. Means we have to label all columns very much clearly. Organize your form so that the data are recognized in the sequence scenes by the person within the process. This reduces the possibility of data being recorded in the wrong column or not being recorded. The point is that form should be very much user friendly. Make sure the check sheet can be easily understood. If it is difficult to understand, they have to get a big effort to understand. It is not okay. You have to develop check sheet it should be very much easy to understand and can be used by all of the workers to record the data. Develop to enhance the level of user friendly. You can follow the followings. You can include brief instruction on the backside of the form. It is required to provide enough space for the collectors to record all the data. Designate a place for recording the date and the time that data were collected. You have to give a separate place to enter the name of the individual who is going to collect the data. Give enough space to data collectors to write their comments on it, and it is especially during the unusual events. Now you have idea about the data collection and the basic idea about the how do you develop a suitable appropriate check sheet. Now I am going to explain one method that you can easily practice at the time you are going to develop a check sheet for your to fulfill your requirement. That's called 5W2H method. One of the most efficient management tool. However, it is very much easy to use. Can it can be used for different purposes. At the time you are going to develop action plan, at the time you are going to plan to collect the data, you can use this method to organize, to develop very structured, very much very systematic structure for your purpose. Why it is called the 5W and 2H method? At first glance, it may seem complicated, but it's really the exact opposite. It is very much easy to use. The 5W2H method is just called simply the guidelines involved in each phase that you are going to develop a data collection plan, no action plan, no whatever. At this point, I'm going to explain how to use this 5W2H method to develop suitable, appropriate, more suitable check sheet for your purpose. Then what is this 5W and 2H? What, why, where, when, who, those are the 5W. 2H are how and how much. Now I am going to give brief introduction for those 5W and 2H. First one is what. The real meaning of what will be done, what is going to do. That explain the action steps, that the description of the process. One is why. Why will it be done? Real meaning of it. Why it will be done. You have to justify, you have to give the justification or reason for the purpose. Third one is where. Where it will be done, the place, locations, the workshop, that the place you are going to do that check. Where do you going to collect the data? Fourth one, when it will be done. When. Then you have to say the exact time, dates and deadline and everything very much clearly. Next one is who. By whom will be done it. Then you have to say, explain the who are the responsible person to do that step. Who is going to collect the data. You have to explain it. Now you know the 5 whys. What? Then you have to explain the action. Why? Then we have to justify the reason. Third one, where? Then you have to clearly point out the location. Under the fourth one, when, you have to explain the date, time and the deadline. The fifth one, who is going to do it. That means we have to mention the responsible person for that specific task. 2. How and how much. How means how will it be done. You have to explain the process, the method that you are going to use for that. What is the method you are going to use for data collection. That is how. Last one is the how much. In addition to that, you have to explain how many times you are going to collect the data, how many times that you are going to collect the data. Yes, now you can notice that each step of the 5W2H matrix refers to the different questions. And the answer is every question is triggered to the next question. There is a relationship. First of all, you are going to ask what you are going to do, then why you are going to do it, where is the place, then when you are going to do that process, when you are going to collect that data, then who is going to do it, how many times, the method, how you are going to collect it, what is the method you are going to practice for that. Finally, then you are going to show the how much, how many times, how expenditure that you have to bear for those things. Those are information has a relationship with each other. The 5W2H method, if you use this method very well, you can collect the information, then you can prepare your check sheet very much organized way. Yes, now you have an idea about 5W2H. Now based on that, what's the next step? Based on that, you have to develop a form and fill that form according to the your process. That is the second step. That is your second step. Under that, what you have to do, you have to develop a form using that 7 topics and fill it according to the your process information. Under the third step, based on that information, you have to prepare appropriate form for your purpose, and then you can go for the data collection. Here I have given example. First of all, you have to read it carefully. Then after that, you have to develop suitable check sheet yourself. Then after that, you can compare with the given solution. The example is XYZ is a business that provide technical service to computers. The owner has decided to categorize the type of errors that are present, their frequency, and the number of errors that can be solved by the technician for a period of time. Now you can stop that video and try to do it yourself. Then after that you can restart it. Shall we go to the step number 1? That is 5W and 2H. First one is what type of information that we are going to collect. We are going to classify the defects of the client's computer and effectiveness of the solution given by our technicians. That is the one we are going to collect. Second one is why. See the answer. Provide a better service according to the type of defect and train in new personnel to in the most frequent defects. We are going to train our employees. In future, we can give a better training on that specific areas. Third W is when. When will the data collect? They have, according to their process, they are going to collect the data within next 3 weeks. Within 3 weeks. Fourth one is where the data will be taken from the repair room. That's the point they are collect the data. Fifth one is who is going to collect the data. Here the product engineer is going to attend that job. Here you can see they have already used 4 symbols for the different type of defects. As example, cross 4 flaws in the board, circle for defects in the monitor, percentage symbol for ventilation flaws, and finally $mark for software or virus flaws. Which is how much. Here they have decided to collect information from 50 clients, so during the specific period the number of units that they can reach within that specific period. In other words, within 3 weeks, that is the period they have decided to collect data. Here you can see a sample check sheet that has prepared to fulfill that requirement. You please go through yourself and see whether each and every requirement has fulfilled or not. Again, you can use that 5W and 2H method to evaluate whether it has fulfilled all the requirement. Shall we see one by one? What is the first W? That is what? Here that data collector's expectation is to find out, classify the defect of the computers and the effectiveness solution given by the personnel. Here you can see that. You can see the type of defects, their frequency, each and every technician's performance, and etc. Second W is why. Can you check whether they have provided enough information to train their future technicians? Yes, you can see the what are the defects and their frequency within that specific time period, because that is the expectation they have. They want to train future technician for those repairs. They want to allocate higher time. They want to allocate priority of the training programs for that high the faults that they has higher frequency. Third, WH when. Here you can see it has properly developed for the 3 weeks. That is the expected time period. Fourth, W is where. That is the place that they are going to collect the information. Where is the place they are going to collect the information? Here clearly they have mentioned the repair shop. One is who. Who is going to collect the data? Here they have mentioned the product engineer is the person who is going to collect that information. First, H is how. Here they have recognized 4 type of defects, and they have then after that they are going to collect the information for those 3, especially for especially for those 4 type of defects. Is how much. Here the expectation is the 50 clients, so number of repairs we can fulfill within that specific time period. In other words, within 3 weeks. Yes. What are the information that you can get? Here you can see total number of repairs within that specific period is 38. Within the first week 15, and second week 11, and final week about 12 repairs. When we concern about the repair types, highest number of repairs has taken for flaws in the board. The second one is software and virus flaws. That then they have to train their technician especially for those 2 repairs. The date that means when the date they have collect the information, then they place the place is the repair shop. They have it has mentioned it here. The then person who is going to do the Subha Singh is the engineer of the company. Then this type of information you can collect without any issue. Here I have given another example. Here you can see who, what, when and where very much easily. They have given the date, the period, and the batch numbers, and the person who going to collect the data and everything. Then after that, the data is very much clear. You can see the number of frequency, through that location diagram. They have shown the places clearly. Here you can understand that check sheet is a very simple, very effective way to display data, to collect the data and the display data. It is a good first step to understanding the nature of the problem. It's provide the uniform because it's provide uniform data collection tool. I'd like to conclude with this presentation using statement given by quality controls quality guru Haruki Ishikawa. He says that the functions of the check sheet varies according to the type of sheet. That's yes, you know that. It can be used to quantify products defects. It can be used to quantify faults by location. It can be used to quantify defects due to cost, machine or work, and etc. Not only that, it can be used to track the activities of the process. So the check sheet is an entry door. It is an entry door for quality control tools. That is the one they are going to collect the information. Then after that, you can use those collected data for different other quality tools to recognize root causes. Therefore, there will be no, it's not, it's not provide a solution. However, it's a very much important for total continuous improvement. The check sheet is not just one of the 7 quality tools. Yes, it is one of the 7 quality tools, but it is just not a one of the 7 quality tools, but also it has used the primary to as a primary tool using during the measure phase of the Six Sigma DMAIC cycle to collect data. Okay, thank you very much, my dear students. If you have any issue, if you want to clear anything, please mail me. You have already knows my email address. You can contact through LMS, or you can use my email address directly and come with your issues. Then we can go further for the enhancement of your knowledge. Good luck, my dear students.